All right, party people. What's good, everybody? It's the number one Chief Rocket Knicks Universe. Your main man, Uncle Freezy, is in the building, working on some things, working through some things. Bim, okay. All right, all right. Salute, salute, salute. Sorry about not appearing today, not being on today, man. It's been a weird day. Wilson Ding is in the building. Salute, salute, salute. So it's been a weird day, but I have a lot of thoughts on my mind. King Ribby is in the building. My guy, what's good? So yeah, it's been a weird day, man. Just trying to work on some things around the house, rejigger, put some things in place. So I'm shooting for a more consistent schedule. But at the same time, as I was walking the dogs and such, I was working on, and I still have the article here, and maybe I can release the article on. Maybe I can release the article. Let me see. You know what? I'm just gonna release the article like it is. So I have an article named "Back to the Future Past." So I'm not gonna double check it. I'm gonna send it right now. It's for everyone. I should add some tags, right? Let me add Knicks as a tag. So I'll add Knicks and I'll add NBA as a tag. And then I will send it. And so let me find a link because I want to put the link in the chat for us. Copy a link. Okay, so I just copied the link. JJ, what's good, my brother? So I just put the link to that in the chat, and then I'm gonna go to YouTube and I'll go to YouTube and um pin it at the top. Just real quick. I got a few things I want to talk to y'all about, man, and bim. Okay. All right, so I just pinned it up top. So here's the thing. How do y'all feel about what y'all saw about Portland last night? How do y'all feel about what you saw about Portland last night, man? Bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was very impressed with the Portland game. Clearly Portland is tanking, right? I saw Emmanuel Quickly and Tyrese Maxey's backup on the floor for Portland, right? If you saw the name Ashton Hagans, that's the guy. I tell the story, and you love to hear the story again and again of how it all got started way back when, right? So here's the thing. I told the Emmanuel Quickly story about John Calipari cussing Quickly out until he ran out of breath. And I know y'all like, yo, you tell that story like once a month. Yeah, but now it's relevant because the dude Calipari was mad at, Ashton Hagans, played against us last night. Right? The dude Ashton Hagans, I think he wore like a weird number, like 19 or something like that. And it's just coincidence or whatever. It's just coincidence or whatever. King Imbert is in the building. Tibbs, salute. Y'all saw Kenny Payne got fired, right? Y'all saw Kenny Payne got fired, right? That's sad, man. That's sad. I hope Kenny Payne find another gig somewhere. But after that Louisville debacle, bro, yeah, he may not be designed, cut out to be that guy. Let me ask this. How do you guys feel about Kenny Payne? Would you guys welcome Kenny Payne back? Tell me what you think about that. And JJ, I saw what you said about our offense. I was going to get to that too. I'm just trying to, what I'm saying, just want to give those a few minutes to kind of recognize that we're on, what I'm saying, and then, you know, make their way here. And not that I'm saving content in that, and I'm not saving content. Y'all know that. DSJ is in the building. Yeah. Yeah. I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Having one scorer does make it tough. DSJ in the building saying he worked hard for the money. So hard for the money. I wish somebody would make a song about that. And you better treat them right. Sherwin is in the building. Sherwin, I wouldn't mind having Jerry Stackhouse, bro. As a fan of Duke basketball, it's sacrilege for me to even say Jerry Stackhouse's name. But I wouldn't mind having him. I wouldn't mind having him reunite him with Precious and well, not Precious, but reuniting him with OG Anunoby. I wouldn't mind. But Tom Thibodeau has his coaching staff set already, so there's that part of it. So I guess we can just get into it then. The offense without Julius Randle is going to look like the offense without an all-star. It's just what it is. It's part of it. Hold on, y'all. My camera is... There it is. Okay. JM is in the building. DSJ says Stackhouse as a part of the coaching staff would be cool, but who would Tom Thibodeau get rid of? Yeah, I'm not sure. I think Tibbs is set with his coaching staff. But in terms of the offense, though, y'all, listen. I'm going to say something, and it's going to make some of the Brunson truthers angry a little bit. But hear me out on it before we go to Knicks Twitter and call Uncle Freezy a hater. Jalen Brunson is not really a playmaker in terms of other people. Can he be an assist man? Yes. Right? Can he be an assist man? Right? But here's the thing. Is Jalen Brunson gonna dissect a defense? Or I'm sorry, Is Jalen Brunson going to read a defense, manipulate said defense, dissect said defense so that others can get easy baskets, easy looks at the rim, and do this consistently? No. Jalen Brunson is not that type of guy. Jalen Brunson is a crafty scorer. Right? Like, for instance, if Jalen Brunson was 6'6", would he play point guard? Sherwin, I'm asking you, Sherwin. You let me know if Jalen Brunson was 6'6", 6'7", would he be a point guard? I'm just asking you straight up. This is for information purposes. This is for conversation. This is not me trying to dissect Jalen Brunson. This is just me, the conversation. JJ, if Jalen Brunson was 6'6", would he be a point guard? I'm asking. And the reason why I'm asking is because when you have a Jalen Brunson style point guard, there are certain things you'll get, and then there are certain things we have to accept that we're not going to get. Right? So I'm not saying that I'm dissatisfied with Jalen Brunson. I'm glad we have Jalen Brunson. Right? I'm glad we have. I appreciate Jalen Brunson. And King Ribby says, yeah, he'd be SGA. That's interesting. It's interesting that you say that. I'm not sure one way or the other. Ivory 10 is in the building. Wiz is in the building. Wiz says, I have reduced my front office grade for the Grimes trade from A to B. And I want to talk about that too. Wiz, I'm glad you brought that up. I want to talk about that too. But I did send something to you, Wiz. I did send to all the subscribers on Substack. Check your email. I just sent an article. I rushed it. So I rushed it, but it was just my thought at the time. Right? It was how I was feeling at the time. So if it seems disjointed, it probably is. But it was just my thought at the time. And I think you guys will like it. It's one of those things about how we all feel, But the thing about the offense is knowing everybody, and listen, everybody in the NBA is going to have strengths and weaknesses, right? And some of their weaknesses are not things that they're not able to do. It's things that they just don't focus on, right? Like, I'll give an example. Some would say a weakness of Luka Doncic is that he doesn't necessarily shoot the three at a great clip, right? For a star, right? But in my mind, it's because he doesn't focus on it. If Luka Doncic decided to be a three-point shooter, guess what Luka Doncic would be? A three-point shooter. And so the thing with Jalen Brunson is Jalen Brunson during his NBA career has been groomed to be Weapon X, right? To be Weapon X. That's what he's been groomed to be. Like, hey, bro, go get yours. Remember, Jalen Brunson was a scoring guard off the bench in Dallas. Hey, bro, go get yours. Go get it. Go get yours, bro. And then he was brought here to a team that had a primary scorer in Randall, right? But needed a secondary scorer. And so when the ball got to Brunson, everybody was like, hey, bro, just go get yours. Go get yours. This is the way the team is made up. Now, with that said, now that Randall is out, right? Now that Randall is out, you could see teams just focusing in on Jalen Brunson. And to be honest with you, his 3-point numbers have been below average for a spell, maybe to a point where if he doesn't improve it, he may finish under 40% from three for the year. I'm gonna check to see where he is right now, but yeah, he has been trending downwards, so to speak. So let me see. I'm just gonna see if I can find Jalen. I'm gonna find Jalen Brunson's 3-point shooting, and last night Jalen Brunson was 2 for 10 for three. Yikes! Yeah, 2 for 10 for three is not. That's no bueno. So in March, Jalen Brunson is shooting 32.4% from three on almost 7 attempts. Jeez. And this month he had 2 very poor shooting night games from three. He was 1 for 9 against Philly, 2 for 10 against Portland, but he was also in the game against Philly, he was 4 for 8, and then he was 4 for 7 against Orlando. But in February, Jalen Brunson shot 33.3% from three. Right? And even the All-Star game, Jalen Brunson was 2 for 9 from three. So I'm thinking it's slightly a mojo thing, but I think it's a rhythm thing for Brunson at this point. But the point that I'm making is the offense is going to look disjointed without all of its best players in it. When you don't have 3 levels of scoring, you're going to have this. And Randall is an excellent mid to at the rim scorer at times. Right? Can he be solid from 3 at times? Yes. My expectation is that when Randall gets back, his 3 ball is going to be fresh. Right? That's what I expect Julius Randle to shoot somewhere in the mid 40s from 3. Right? Because as a man, 250 pounds, you need your legs for your jump shot. And Randall has been out for a while due to injury, resting those legs. He's in rehab. He'll come back kind of fresh, but kind of rusty. Right? I expect Randall to be kind of fresh, but kind of rusty. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights is in the building. What's good, man? Kind of fresh, but kind of rusty at the same time. He'll need to get some rhythm going, right? But I expect Randall to shoot somewhere in that range of 42 to 44% from 3. But I don't expect him to be a high volume 3-point shooter. On the thing with Brunson, though, when you put Brunson on the floor with 4 defenders, this is about what you're going to get. This is about what you can expect. When your starting lineup is OG Anunoby, Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, Dante DiVincenzo, and Isaiah Hartenstein, this is about what you can expect. This is about what you can expect. Ivory 10 says the only question the Knicks have in the playoffs is okay, the only question the Knicks have in the playoffs, if healthy, is how will they play when teams take the ball out of Brunson's hands? And what I'm going to say to you on that is, are you going to run single coverage on Julius Randle? That's my question. Say if you're Boston, and you're going to trap Brunson up top, right? Or not up top, usually you don't trap up top, but say you trap Brunson on the wings, one wing on the other, the top of the screen or the bottom of your TV screen, right? If you trap Brunson, are you going to really leave Jason Tatum in one-on-one coverage with Julius Randle? Chat. If a team forces the ball out of Jalen Brunson's hands, right? This is what I'm asking y'all. If you trap Jalen Brunson and get the ball out of his hand, whether you trap, pseudo double, bracket, zone up an area, however you try to do it, right? Are you gonna leave Jason Tatum in one-on-one coverage with Julius Randle, right? And then are you gonna be willing to leave the backside corner open? And it'll probably be about 80 feet. Are you willing to leave the backside corner open for Dante DiVincenzo or OG Anunoby? I'm asking because if that's the strategy they go to, then I'm fine with it. I don't have a problem with if we're healthy. If everybody's healthy in the playoffs, right? Would I be okay with teams trapping Jalen Brunson and leaving Jason Tatum on an island with Randall, or seeing if we could make the backside pass to a wide open OG Anunoby or OG Anunoby in a corner for three, or in the share the basketball scenario where if they close out on OG, then you kick it to Dante DiVincenzo on the wing for three. And that's a great question too, Ivory 10. Ivory 10, that's a great question. Because what he's asking and what I just relayed, right? He asked a legitimate hardcore question. That's a great basketball question, right? But in my scenario, right, you have to have a conduit there, right? You have to have a conduit there. Like if the ball is taken out of Brunson's hands, right? Who is Brunson going to pass up? Who's the outlet? And then if that outlet is Josh Hart at the top of the key, right? Can Josh Hart make the decision fast enough in order to take advantage of OG Anunoby in a corner for three? Or it won't even be Josh Hart. It'll probably be Hartenstein. Drip Moore is in the building. Because if you have Randall, OG, DiVincenzo, yeah. So Josh Hart won't be on the floor in that scenario. But say if the outlet is to Hartenstein at the top of the key, would he be able to find Randall ISO that Randall can ISO on the island against Tatum? Or can he get it to the corner quick enough to OG Anunoby for three? So here's my follow-up question to that. Do you guys trust Isaiah Hartenstein's passing ability? Do you trust Isaiah Hartenstein's passing ability? Is I guess is the question. Do we trust the passing ability of all five starters? Right? Do we trust Brunson, Randall, Hartenstein, OG, and DiVincenzo's passing ability? Right? When the trap comes, when the double team comes, when the zombie comes, when the bracket comes, when the half zone comes, whatever teams do in order to get the ball out of Brunson's hands, do we trust the other four players on the floor to be able to pass the basketball? In my mind, and in my mind, I'm gonna say it's situational, right? Do I trust Dante? Do I trust Dante, Josh Hart, and Brunson to pass? Absolutely. Do I trust Randall to pass when the bracket, pseudo, all that stuff comes? Absolutely. Because in times past, when we said when we said Randall holds the ball too long and Randall shrinks in double teams, you know who the guys on the floor were with Randall? Reggie Bullock, Alfred Payton, R.J. Barrett, Alec Burks, right? When you give Randall elite talent, or hey, how about average talent? When you give Julius Randall average talent to pass the ball to, then you see that he can make basketball plays because he trusts when he gives the ball up, somebody a young veteran guy is going to make the right play. A young veteran guy is going to make the right play. Josh Hart is going to make the right play. Dante is going to make the right play. Hartenstein is going to make the right play. Brunson is going to make the right play. And how I know this to be accurate, right? Hey, and Chad, listen. I know y'all think I'm a Dante DiVincenzo homer, and maybe I am. So I'll admit it. Yes, I love Dante DiVincenzo. So what? I love Dante DiVincenzo. So what? Right? But here's a fact. Here is a fact about Dante. When I say Randall would give the ball up to Dante, and Dante DiVincenzo will make the right play. First of all, um, um, just go with it. I love Dante DiVincenzo. I have liked Dante DiVincenzo for quite some time, right? So there's that part of it, right? But here's the thing: when Dante DiVincenzo and Julius Randle started together, Dante DiVincenzo shot 54% from the floor and 49% from three, 85% from the free throw line in December, right? In January, when they were playing together, Dante shot 40, basically 45% from the floor, 40% from three. You know what Dante's numbers look like without Julius Randle on the floor? In March, Dante DiVincenzo is shooting 35% from the floor, 33% from three. In February, without Randle, he's shooting 43% from the floor and 37% from three. So you know what that tells you, right? There's something to be said about the absence of Julius Randle, right? There's something to be said about the absence of Julius Randle, right? It's just something to be said about it. And Sherwin says, I can remember trying to convince you that Dante is better. No, sure. Sherwin. We were talking about should Dante DiVincenzo start or take the place of Dante Grimes or IQ, and I wanted IQ to start. Y'all know I love Dante, but I also love Quickly. Also, y'all know Quickly is my heartstring, man. Y'all know that. Quickly is the guys that I go see live, the players that I see live, bro. Listen, I'm one of those live people. Like I can watch him on TV, and that's all. That's all well and good, right? That's all well and good. Like watching them on TV. Like you're not going to be able to make every game, man. I hadn't been able to make as many games this year for a couple of reasons. Just hadn't had the money, and a couple of injuries, or whatever. It's life. It's life. We all go through it, right? It's life, right? But my thing is though, just to stay on topic a little bit. Just to stay on topic a little bit. To JJ's point about the offense, you can tell a major part of the offense is missing, and that part of the offense cannot be easily replaced. Because in theory, right? In theory, people can say, "Oh, all we need is a bucket getter." But in real life, skilled NBA players, guys at Julius Randle's level, are hard to come by. They're hard to come by, man. And I don't want to turn it into the Julius Randle flower hour. You know what I mean? But we're missing an all-star. You're missing a guy that has gravity on the floor. And sure, you could probably replace him with a 18 point per game guy, a 15 point per game guy, and ask him to take more shots. But that doesn't mean he'll be better. Julius Randle has a presence. Right? In that scenario that I mentioned that Ivory 10 brought up, which was an excellent point. Ivory 10, thank you for that too. I appreciate you, bro. In that scenario, if Randle's not playing, and there's a scenario where they trap Brunson to get the ball out of his hands, do we now trust Josh Hart and Dante to pick up the slack in a playoff scenario? Do you trust OG Anunoby to pick up the scoring slack in a playoff scenario? Do you trust Precious Achiuwa to pick up the slack in a playoff scenario? No. Right? Big Herbs is in the building. RG was good. And the game against Portland, clearly Portland's weakness is perimeter defense, right? That was their defense. That was their weakness. So they came out aggressively trying to force the Knicks off the three-point line and to do other stuff. Now, here's the thing. The Knicks don't have 2 or 3 6'8" wing player bucket type dunk on the entire crowd guys. We have one, and he's returning from injury. But we don't have that guy that could just consistently put the ball on the floor, go get a bucket. You saw Bogey was trying to do it, but Bogey, listen, Wiz, we got to revisit your point, Wiz, about the Detroit trade. Bogey and Burks, and listen, y'all know I like both. I like Bogey and Burks, so I'm not going to talk trash about them. But what I would like to see is for them to get their offense going. I would like to see them both get their offense going. And Burks only played 4 minutes last night, man. Bogey played 14 minutes last night. Jalen Brunson took 30 shots and 17 free throws last night. Jalen Brunson had 4 assists last night. Josh Hart had 15 rebounds. The Knicks had 4 or more players last night with 7 or more rebounds. OG had 9. Hartenstein had 9. Precious had 7. Josh Hart had 15. Big Buddy is in the building. Would I like Burks and Bogey to get their offensive games going? Absolutely. Do I think the Knicks would like Bogey and Burks to get their offensive games going? Absolutely. Do I think Bogey and Burks want to get their offense going? Absolutely. But right now, the Bogey and Burks connection on the surface is not paying the dividends that we thought it would. I think we're at a point, everybody, where even Tom Thibodeau, when Tom Thibodeau gives Alec Burks only 4 minutes, I think even Tibbs is like, yeah, bro, we're going to have to wean you off the shots. I think it's the reason why they may have brought in Shake Milton. I think it's the reason why they brought in Shake Milton. And not that Shake Milton is a dynamo. You don't expect him to be a dynamo. You just expect him to hold it down. Like you don't expect your substitute teacher to come in and have a master's in education and a doctorate and primary education and all of that stuff when they're 30 years old. You don't expect that, you know what I'm saying, for a substitute teacher. You just expect them to hold it down until the teacher get back. What I did like about the trade, and I'm not gonna lie to you, what I did like about the trade, and it makes sense, is there were some disgruntled people here with negative energy, right? There was some disgruntled people here, and there was like a negative vibe going on. So to get rid of that negative energy and bring in veterans who already know what it is, I think that was a plus for us. Yeah, Wiz, you crazy. Hey, Harris is in the building. Harris is in the building. What's good? Top Notch T is in the building. The offense, everybody, the offense, even when upon Randall's return, is going to be a little growing pains, is what I'll describe it as. When Randall and Mitchell Robinson come back, what I think you can expect is Randall to try to go bananas. I think Randall is like in that Mike Tyson mode backstage before the fight, right? Like pacing like a caged animal right now, itching to get back. Because the one thing I know about Julius Randle, and I know it defies the narrative, but Julius Randle, since I've been watching him, has accrued a lot of injuries over his career. But what I also know, right, and when I say that, I'm talking about broken foot at Kentucky, broken leg with the Lakers. With us, the unrealistic groin pull he had in that 2021 season, when the Randall is always injured, right? He's always injured. Now, here's the thing to that. Randall always plays. It takes an act of Congress to get him off the floor. Even when he separated his shoulder, Castle's like, yo, JR, you straight? He's like, man, I'm good. I'm good. Oh, somebody look at this thing. No, I'm good. Don't touch it. Y'all saw Randall? When he got up, clearly his shoulder was out of socket. And he's like, no, I'm good. I'm going to shoot these free. No. Randall is one tough dude. Randall is one tough dude. Randall is one tough dude, man. And you know it because when you look, Randall at Kentucky played with a broken foot the entire season. Went to the Lakers, had an injury that derailed his rookie season. Right? Came here, got here, and you saw the injuries pile up. Like there was like the groin thing that kept him out of the Bucks game in 2021, where he wanted to stick it to Giannis, where he was almost emotional that he missed that Bucks game. Right? Then there was 2022 when he missed the last 7 games of the 2022 year. Y'all know the stretch I'm talking about when Obi got to start for the rest of the season. Obi and Quickly started when RJ and Randall was out. Quickly and Obi got to start the last few games of the season. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And then last year, multiple injuries, the bruised tailbone, the ankle sprain, the double ankle. How you get a ankle sprain and a high ankle sprain on the same leg? And this year it's the shoulder, right? And so while I'm not saying Randall is injury prone, what I'm saying is Randall does get injured, but Randall will try to play through whatever injury, whatever. Right? Randall is a gamer. The one thing for all his flaws, and we all have flaws, right? Because he's got things that he's great at, right? And then he's got flaws. For all of his flaws and all of that stuff, the one thing you can't say about Randall is that he's a check casher. If you see Randall in street clothes, you know something has happened. Right? Randall is not the dude that's going to be a game time decision 40 out of 82 games. Randall's not that guy. Now, with that said, I think you can expect Randall to come back like a beast. To come out like a beast. That's what I expect. That's what I expect. Will says Chicago would have taken 48 grounds, Flynn 2 seconds, and protected first for DeMar. No. Wiz, they bugging in Chicago, bro. They're bugging in Chicago, right? Think about all the offers they got for Zach LaVine. Think about all the offers they got for Alex Caruso. They weren't traded. What they're going to do is they're going to try to run it back. They're going to try to run it back without Zach LaVine. They have no idea what they're doing. Chicago's legit going to try to run it back with Kobe White and some others, DeMar DeRozan and some others. They think that is good enough. What they should do, fire everybody. That's what they should do, in my mind. In my mind, what they should do is fire everyone, start all over. Don't be mid. Chicago, that's who you are. You are mid. Outside of the Jordan years, Chicago is mid. Chicago is vanilla ice cream. Yo, what kind of food item? What kind of food item can we compare? A franchise that's middle of the pack, that's like 41-41 for their entire existence. Somebody put a food item in the chat for a ordinary, something mid. Somebody put, the Chicago Bulls are white Air Forces. Uppies. The Chicago Bulls are white Air Force Ones. That's what they are. Right? They had, and I'm talking about for their existence, not for right now. Justo 1-1. Justo 1-1. My main man is in the building. Justo, thank you for the generous contribution. Justo says the Chicago Bulls are cornflakes. Yo, Rome from Far Rock is in the building. Rome Far Rock said, yo! Yo, Rome Far Rock says these motherfuckers. Yo, Rome Far Rock said these motherfuckers is ham sandwiches. Yeah. Yo, that made my night, yo. That made my night. He said, yo, the Bulls is damn ham sandwiches. Yo, but let me ask you this. What type of ham sandwiches? Yo, what type of ham sandwiches is the Bulls, yo? Yo, legit, I'm asking. Yeah. That man called an entire franchise. That man said their entire existence, all their uniforms, everything over their 60 years or so in the league, they are ham sandwiches. The Chicago Bulls are legit hospital vending machine downstairs by the soda machine ham sandwiches. Yeah. Yo, you wild, bro. You wild. You wild. All I'm gonna say, hey, Ron, all I'm gonna say is, yo, I got your back, big dog, but I can't go with you everywhere, man. All I'm gonna say is Chicago Bulls fans gonna be mad as hell when they see this, bro. Shout out to SB Talk Sports. You know what I'm saying? Yo, if he ever see this, he gonna go off, bro. That man gonna go off when he find out you. That man called them a ham sandwich on national TV, bro. Justo says they non-saltine crackers. They just crackers. Yo, they just regular butter crackers, like no salt on them or nothing, bro. Yo, Alawaz says, yo, they Virginia ham sandwich. Ew, they like them auntie sandwiches where your auntie cut up the old Thanksgiving ham and then put it on some bread. Here, boy, eat this. Oh my God, bro. That's wild, bro. Y'all wildin', bro. Hey, Harris is like, yo, they ham sandwiches with government cheese. Bro, you can't even get to the meat. With the government cheese, bro, you can't even get to the meat, bro. Yo, that's wild, man. That's wild. But Wiz, no disrespect to your comment, man. But Chicago's crazy, bro. They offset, bro. Why wouldn't they trade Alex Caruso, DeMar DeRozan, and Zach LaVine and others to get a fresh start? Why wouldn't they? In a perfect world, in a perfect world, I think you're telling me that the Knicks should have traded for DeMar DeRozan and OG Anunoby and Precious. And what I'm gonna say is, in a perfect world, what do you do with where does DeMar DeRozan play? Because his days at shooting guard have been over for like 10 years, to be honest. At least 8 years. DeMar DeRozan hasn't been a shooting guard for at least 8 years. He's a wing player. He's a wing player, 2, 3, 4, whatever, depending on what lineup, whatever it is, because he's a strong dude. Right. Yo, I love why it says Chicago are plain grits. Wow. No butter, no salt, no nothing, just grits and water. Wow, that's yo, that's crazy. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. But anyway, on that note, I'm gonna get out of here. I just wanted to come through and rock for a little bit. Chop it up with y'all. I think the Queen Bee will be coming y'all way in about, if she's not on now, she should be on in a few minutes. Yeah, Queen Bee should be on in a few minutes. Make sure y'all check out my friend BK Steph, Dope Soul Sports Talk. Go in there, mix it up in her chat. On the way out, man, hit that like button. Continue to support. I'm gonna try to get back on as frequently as possible. So that I could get y'all opinions and so that we could just have long conversations and all of that stuff. So just be on the lookout for that. I'm shifting gears again. And I apologize about that. It's just some things I got to figure out. So once I have that, once I figure all of that out, bro, we'll have a rock solid schedule that we can rock together and enjoy each other's company and conversation. On that note, I'm gonna go out here and get some dinner. And then I'm going to holler at the Queen Bee in her chat. May try to jump on screen with them for a little bit and just chop it up. But thank y'all for coming through. Again, I appreciate y'all support, man. I'll holler at y'all later. Hey, and Rome Far Right. Listen, Bulls fans might be looking for you, bro. Hey, peace, everybody.